Hey T Squad, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Loving Hip Hop Miami Season 6 Episode 8 review. So, you guys, we start off the episode with Amada meeting up with Brooke and Estelita. And she tells them about her meeting with Ray J and how he was flirting with her and how she didn't know if he was playing or being serious and if she should tell him to cut it out. But I'm like, girl, you failing to mention the fact that you doing all this with your keyhole top, with your boobs, and how you allowed him to pull you close and y'all had pelvis to pelvis. His hand was damn near on your ass. Like, you failed to mention all of that. It was given very much you was flirting back with him too. Okay? So she tells them that after it happened, she immediately reached out to Princess to tell her, who asked her did they kiss, and she was like no. And she says that Princess said that she ain't nothing but another loving hip hop biatch, and how she was pissed off because she was like, I came to you and I told you what happened, and now you mad at me and this, that, and the third. Because first of all, if y'all supposed to be good friends, why didn't you reach out to her and tell her that you was meeting with him? If one of my friends, man, reached out to me about a business opportunity, about anything, I'm going to call her and tell her what's going on. Period. That's just code. So you started off wrong because you already know, and you said out your mouth how Ray J like to play games and be on some other stuff. So why would you play into that? Like, make it make sense, girl. You knew exactly what you was doing. We already know you like to sleep with married men. So, girl, don't nobody put nothing past you. All right. So Estelita says, she's about to launch her foreign lashes, and she says in her confessional that she didn't tell Amada that Princess was going to come to the launch because she just figured that Princess probably wasn't going to come anyway, considering the fact she all the way out in LA. So Brooke tries to get Amada and Shay to befriend each other again. Amada is like, girl, we have done this. I'm tired of going on this merry-go-round, but okay, girl, I'll meet with her. I myself, and I think the viewers all can say concisely that we are sick of this Amada and Shay back and forth. We friends for 5 seconds and then we back beefing. Like, I bet you as I'm filming this right now, they back not liking each other. Like, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. Like, stop trying to make fetch happen. They just are not meant to be friends. Like, just let it go already. So Trick introduces us to this rapper by the name of Chyng Chyng Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know what the fat girl name is, child. But all I know is she was on this current season of Rhythm and Flow on Netflix. She's a convicted felon. She a thief, child. She was out here still stealing Twinkies and Hostess products and Mystics and big bags of flaming hot Cheetos and stuff. She got a daughter. Her mama used to be a rapper. And now she out here doing her thug thizzle. The girl can rap. She had a lot of energy for her to be so big. She got more energy than me. I'm smaller than her. But she was out here jucking and jiving, and she looked like she could have been a backup dancer for MC Hammer the way she was moving, okay? So Trina is at home with her husband Swerve, child. More like U-turn. Whew, girl. And she tells him that he has to have his lawyer handle this whole paternity situation, right? So he makes a comment and he says that a man can't tell a woman whether or not to have a baby, but a woman can pick and choose when a man can see it. But then when producers ask him in his confessional, is the baby his? He says, no comment. I'm not talking about that. Well, with that comment that you said to your wife, you pretty much confirmed that the baby is yours or very well could be You idiot. Like, come on now. Like, what is up with all this? I'm not talking about it. Da, 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 da. Well, if you're not going to talk about nothing, sir, then why are you on her highway, byway, tryway? Why are you on her if you're not going to talk about nothing? Get off of our screen, sir. Why ain't you at work? He getting on my nerves. And so is Miss Piggy. They are irking me too. Okay? So then he goes on to tell Trina she ain't got nothing to do with this because it was before her. And then she says that she don't give a F about anything that happened before her. Knock, knock. Who's there? Y'all are married. It does matter. Are y'all hooked on phonics? What is wrong with y'all? It don't matter if this was before her, after her, while you with her. If the child is yours, it has everything to do with her because the child will hopefully be in your life, meaning her life, and she gonna be a stepmama to your black and Puerto Rican baby. And then she talking about she don't give a F about anything. What? I'm not Jesus. I'm not. It's not my life. It's not my life. I'm blessed and highly favored. Girl. So then we go to the pool where Alan and Flo are at. And they sitting up talking, flirting with each other. And he tells her that Amara lost a good man. You mean Amada lost a married man? This show is so ratchet now. Like I said on my video over on Patreon, after watching the episode, that Love and Hip Hop Miami just need to be on Zeus so we can get the cussing and everything else because this show's so ratchet. Like it is so ratchet, okay? And that Amada don't let him take the girls around his family and Flo like, oh my God, really? Meanwhile, she just trying to get information out of him to use it against Amada. So in his confessional, a producer asked Alan if he said that, word on the street is that Amada be secretly going to the DR to see him. And he pretty much confirms it, but without saying it. Do I believe him? Yeah, because Amada is a bird. She's a bird. And I still follow Amada on social media. And I do come across videos where she'll be in the DR with the girls and down there to see him. So, yeah, I believe it. I very much believe it. But I think it was one of y'all in the confession. I mean, not the confession, Lord Jesus. In the comment section that was telling me that this whole storyline with Flo, her sister, Marlon, and all that is fake. And that her and Marlon are very much still together. And that this is just a storyline. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Because this absolutely cannot be real. It just cannot be real. Like, this cannot be real. Cannot. Like, no, I refuse. So, Brooke gets Amada and Shay to meet up. She's the mediator. And Shay lets Amada know that she would never use her girls to come at her for anything. Like, make it make sense. They both realize that they both going through the same thing with their baby fathers and everything. And Brooke gonna say, can y'all fight y'all baby daddies and not each other? When I tell y'all I screamed because Brooke is so ignorant and I love her, okay? So then the topic of Flo and Gael comes up and Shay makes it clear that she's friends with Flo, but she don't mess with Gael. And she was like, well, let me just tell you this. Flo believes that you're trying to use her husband to get back at her. And Amada says that she's actually been telling Marlon to get his wife back. And that, yeah, she has been a little petty. And Shay was like, see, she don't know none of this. But Amada admits that she did send him a cake. And it was only because he brought her cake and flowers to her job. Shay, did you hear that part? While you sitting up saying, yeah, she don't know that you've been telling him to be with her and to love on his wife and to get her back. Girl, Did you not hear her when she said this man came to her job with flowers and a cake and he married? Why are you at another woman's job bringing her cake and flowers? And then why are you in return going to your enemy's place of business to bring her husband a cake? It don't matter that you telling him to go back to his wife. Huh? What? I just want to fight everybody, okay? So Shay don't think that Flo and Gael got the same mom and daddy. She say because Flo is pretty and Gael is just the leftover. Y'all, I keep on saying this. Flo looked like the blob booger that was in the movie Weird Science. Remember when they turned Chet into that booger glob or whatever? That's what Gael looked like. If you've never seen the movie Weird Science, do yourself a favor and watch it tonight. It's one of my favorite movies from the 80s. It's a classic, and that's what Gael looked like. Chet when they turned him to that blob. So they end up hugging each other, and they do a IG post on Shay page saying that they back together, they back friends or whatever. Joy is hosting the way back Wednesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever, at that club in Miami. And she see that the twins is over there, you know, doing the twin thing. Trick's son is there sitting between them, and she sees Trick's son flirting with one of the twins. So when he get up, she go over there and asks what's going on. And then the other twin snitch on the other twin and say that they hooking up. And she was like, I do not like this. She was like, do Trick know? And they was like, no. So it then switches to Hawt Topic coming to the club, and she goes over and talks to her friend Van, and Estelita is standing there. And she was like, you know, I heard that Bobby been going around telling people that I was the one that put out the information about Trina being married. And dude was like, yeah, that's the rumor that's been going around. And she was like, where Bobby? And he was like, he in Mexico or whatever. Not even telling her that he was the one that put it in Bobby's ear that she allegedly runs a T page. And he the one that pretty much started this whole thing. But he's sitting there with a earring looking like Grace Jones and not even telling her that, yeah, I'm the one that told him this, that, and the third. Like, people are so fake, right? So Estelita was like, well, Bobby's supposed to be coming to my lash event. You should come and talk to him there. So she was like, bet, I'm going to beat her. So she walks off. And when she leaves, the dude Van, being messy, pulls out his phone and shows Estelita Shay's IG story with Amada. And Estelita is immediately mad because, you know, she been riding for Amada, and Amada knows what Estelita said about, you know, what her father did to her when she was, you know, younger. She got M-word. And she was like, she couldn't believe that Amada would be friends with somebody that said something like that to her. And I understand very, very well how Estelita feels. That is disgusting, and I wouldn't want to be friends with anybody that would be friends with someone that would say that about me. And then you are telling me how much you can't stand this person. You would never F with this person. I would be shocked too. Like, what? Like, what's going on here? So I get where Estelita is coming from, but at the same token, I wouldn't even be putting that much value and trust in somebody that I just got cool with. And look at the environment y'all are on. Y'all like that y'all are in. Y'all are on Love and Hip Hop Miami, girl. What are you expecting from these people? You're befriending somebody that openly says that she messed with a married man and had kids with him, and then became his fiance while he was still married to said wife. In a club, we be vibing. Like, make girl, okay. So, after that, Topic goes over to Joy and tells Joy that she a fake and that it's Hawt Topic against the world. And then she gonna check Trina, she'll check her, she'll check Bobby, she'll check Swerve. Joy was like, security, get her out. But to me, that whole scene right there for me seemed a little rehearsed, especially on Joy's part. I felt like Joy was reciting lines, whereas Hot Topic had her lines down pack and was given an Oscar worthy performance. I don't know how much I believe this storyline. I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's entertaining nonetheless, I guess. So then we go to the girl Chingy. She at her little apartment that she gonna be staying in while she in Miami. Her daughter and her mama are there, and she tells her mother that she needs her to watch her daughter for at least about 6 months so she can be down there grinding, doing the music thing, because she just got signed to a label and they wanted her to go down to Miami and work with these producers. So the mama was like, yeah, I got you. My mama did it for me when I was out here pursuing my career. It's only right that I do it for you. But the mama was like, I just want to make sure that you good financially while you down here. I don't want you to be struggling. And the girl Ching was like, I'm not going to be struggling. My boyfriend going to help me. And the mama was like, excuse me? Why is it? Huh? What? Your boy? Who? What? Huh? Say that again. And she was like, yeah, he gonna help me. She was like, the boyfriend that's in jail. I was like, what? But I learned here recently that the boys in jail do be having money. They got, if you like that, you can, they be having money. Let me just tell you that much, okay? So she was like, mama, he gonna be home in a month or whatever. And he said he gonna be helping me in my career. And the mama was like, he went to jail not having a job because he didn't have a job. So I guess he was out here doing stuff he had no business doing. And she was like, and besides him being lazy and not wanting to work, let's discuss how he has cheated on you how many times. And this girl gonna say, well, see, that don't count because every time he cheated, we had broke up for a day. Scrub. I just want to jab her in her gut. I'm gonna big up Zoe right now because at least Zoe ain't on her making big girls look bad. At least Zoe got a backbone and she wore the pants in her relationship with her little miniature Polly Pocket boyfriend. Whereas you got this big goofy ass Teletubby on her talking about you dating a dude that's in jail that don't want to work, cheat on you constantly. So what, you over here taking care of him and you letting him live off you? Make it make sense, girl. Like, she's stupid and I'm not invested in her storyline anymore. I don't care nothing about her. And then I had already saw on the blogs that she and Zoe are going to get into it. And Zoe was like, when the video was posted of them arguing while filming, Zoe had posted that basically she befriended her basically just to have a storyline on the show, and then she snaked her. So I guess we're going to see how that whole thing plays out. But yeah, I'm over her already. So then at the end of the episode, is Estelita's launch for her lashes. Now, I thought this was a private party. She was at a convention because if you looked in the background, it was other makeup companies and other booths or whatever around her. I will say I loved her backdrop and I'm gonna use that for my birthday party this year. Yes, ma'am. So Amada arrives with Brooke and Estelita immediately confronts her. Immediately. One thing I say about Estelita, honey, she ain't got no problem saying how she feel to somebody, okay? So they go over to the side and Estelita was like, I ride for you. I'm your friend. And how could you be friends with somebody that would say something like that about me? You know what was said. You was there. Like, make it make sense. And so Amada was like, I'm sorry, it's not like we back besties or anything like that. She was like, I'm really sorry that I hurt you. She was very apologetic. So they end up making up. Next thing you know, here come Hot Topic storming in. She immediately goes over to Bobby and start cussing him out about the Trina situation. Meanwhile, Bobby is confused because he don't know what's going on, why she mad. Security end up escorting her out and she leave out saying, I'm gonna get you, my pretty. she basically threatened him and was like, I got something for you. And Bobby's standing there like, what is going on? So, he did, before she got kicked out, he did say that it's alleged that you run a blog, and she denies. And she was like, no, like, huh? So, next thing after that, Princess comes storming in, child. And somebody was like, Princess! Baby, when Amada heard Princess' name, she immediately got to looking like Halo. DDG son. She was looking like, where he at? Where she at? Where she at? She was so scared and nervous. As soon as Princess came over there to speak to everybody, and she didn't speak to Amada hurried up and scooted on over there to them lashes while everybody else was over in the circle. So everybody was like, y'all should talk. So they skedaddle. Amada goes over to Princess and was like, oh, now you can see me. So they get to talking about everything that happened. And Amada was like, what did you hear? She was like, I heard what you told me. My issue is, why didn't you tell me about this meeting beforehand? And Amada said she didn't tell her beforehand because there was nothing to tell her until it happened. And Princess was like, nah, and she called her a fake AB. And so she called her that like 3 times while Amada is trying to explain herself. And then finally, Amada was like, you a fake AB. And as soon as she said that, next thing we heard was, whap, she smacked the dog out of Amada, okay? She smacked the Dominican out of her. She was just fully black after that, okay? Ain't no more Roscoe and Pollo coming out of that mouth after that, okay? You gonna learn to stop messing with married men, girl. You can't mess with everybody. We already know Princess is crazy when it comes to that man. I don't care how much they get into it, how many times they file divorce. They gonna always fight over each other. They are our generations, well, this generation's Whitney and Bobby. Like Ike and Tina. Like, girl, you can't snake everybody like that. I don't feel sorry for you. But she need to be smacking Ray J next. Okay? Period. I'm going to give this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami an A, because, baby, this stuff is just out of control. It is wild down there in Miami, okay? Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.